Show. This is episode 960, and we're here live in Southwest Florida at the beach for sunset. How beautiful is this behind me? Oh my goodness. The sun is setting over the Gulf of Mexico with a big, beautiful golden sunset. It's so pretty. The water's very calm and peaceful. There's virtually no wind. It couldn't be more relaxing down here. If you are joining me live, please say hello. Let me know if you're crafting. Let me know if you have questions for me. Hi, Joe. Good evening. Glad you could be here. How gorgeous is this sunset? Like that reflection on the water is just amazing tonight. Hi, Marla and Thea and Judy. Good evening. Happy Monday. Welcome back to the Kristin Omdahl Show. This is episode 960. Hi, Lily and Naomi. Hi, Terry. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Nora Sue. Hi, Madnosaurus. Hi, Judy. Yes, it is an absolutely gorgeous evening here. For those of you that are wondering, I am wearing the Camilla Tunisian crochet cardigan tonight in Biseau baby yarn. Hi, Joan. The bugs are the only downside tonight. I mean, the sunset's pretty amazing. Everything's wonderful here. However, the bugs are out and they're already starting to bite me. So that's a little bit of a bummer. Hi, Tim. Hi, Natalie. Hi, Angela. Hi, Eve. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me. Ooh. Hi, Angela. Hi, Deanne. I was going to do a big elaborate demo tonight, and then I realized that sunset's not the night to do that because the lighting doesn't work for it. So I'm probably not even going to pull it out of my bag, and I'll show it to you tomorrow instead. But I do have other show and tells that I can share with you, and I can give you an update on book 21 and and ask you a couple questions. In the process of writing a book, there are things that come up and decisions that need to be made, and I thought it might be fun to ask you guys some of the questions that I'm asking myself and see what you would prefer for me to do as far as making choices. There's only so much space in a book. It's not the same as writing PDF patterns or writing blog posts. This is the Gulf of Mexico behind me, Norma. Yep, this is Naples, Florida, and that's the Gulf of Mexico behind me. So what happens is, at the moment, there are 22 patterns, and there are 58 bonus charts in addition to the 28 patterns, because I really thought it was going to be fun to combine patterns and reference section in this book. And so what do I mean by that? So like, for example, if I do a stitch pattern, even in rows for, let's say, a scarf, or even in rounds for a cowl, then in the bonus chart section, I would then give you charts to show you how to do that stitch pattern in other ways. So for example, let's just say for a scarf. So let's say the chart for the actual pattern is working the stitch pattern even in rows. Well, so then in the bonus section for that pattern, I would then show you a chart on how to work that stitch pattern even in rounds, how to work an increase in rows for like a top-down shawl or a cape, and then how to work the increase in rounds for, let's say, doing a square afghan or a raglan pullover. These are really valuable variations of a stitch pattern, and they are significant because how you work a stitch pattern even in rows is not necessarily how you work it in the round or in some of those other types of manipulations that I was explaining. So at the moment, with 22 patterns and with screen's going dark, I can hardly see. Anyway, so with 22 patterns and 58 bonus charts, those are 58 bonus charts separate from the charts that correlate with the actual patterns. I'm at 160 some pages, which is by far bigger than any book that I've published before. And that means that it's going to make the price more expensive. More pages, more it's going to cost. And so I'm limited on space. The patterns are fine, but I'm limited on the amount of space and the amount of information I can share in the bonus chart section, which I think is really important. But so here's my question to you. Would you rather have everything 100% contained in the book and reduce the number of patterns? Would you rather have the 22 patterns, but the bonus section shortened? Or, and then like, here's my question. So I've got the charts in there now, and what I was thinking is to either add the written instructions for the bonus charts or a swatch showing you what those bonus charts look like worked up, and then have a QR code in the book to send you to a private section on my website that's just for people who purchase the book. And there you would get some of the additional information, like let's say getting the written instructions for those bonus charts. So those are my questions to see what you guys think sounds more interesting to you. I'd rather keep the book with the most amount of patterns and the most amount of charts in it, and put some of that additional bonus material on a page, on pages on my website, and maybe tie it in with a class to go over that information in greater detail. Because just like with any other reference book, if you don't know how to read charts or would like a little more guidance, reference books can be outside of some people's skill level too. And because my screen's dark, I'm not going to be able to see what your feedback on this. So what I'm going to ask you to do is to please consider leaving your feedback about these questions in the show, in the comments when the video is no longer live, if that's okay. Because I can't, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to see. My screen's gone really dark. I wonder if it has to do with my new phone case and the protective cover over the screen, because I feel like this happens to me all the time. Yeah, so, you know, and here's the other option then, making the book significantly bigger and having to charge more money than the normal range that I charge for my books, because it will cost that much more to publish it. So those are the questions. Would you rather it be more expensive because it's much bigger and a longer book? Would you rather it be the same price as my other books that are for sale on my website now, and just have, bugs are terrible, and have less patterns? Or would you rather me pull some of the information from the book to be able to put bonus material on my website? So those are the questions, and your feedback is important to me. I won't be able to see how you answer that in the live feed comments right now, so if you can share with me when the video is recorded so that your comments are permanent below the video, that would be really helpful. Because, you know, what's the point of me writing a book if it's not the information or the style that you're interested in, right? There's no point in me writing a book if it's not something that you want. But I appreciate you leaving your comments now as well. The downside is that I just can't read them right now. All right, does anybody have any other questions? Oh, and I can show you a sneak peek of what I was going to demo tonight, but we'll have to do it tomorrow when the lighting's better. You know, being backlit like I am during sunset, I think it really does a disservice to tutorials and demos. I think they are, doing more educational shows is better suited to sunrise in the morning where you can see the lighting better. Sunset's fun for just relaxing, chatting, and enjoying the sunset. So, you know, it's time and a place for everything. But I wanted to show you for, and maybe I'll bring the board too tomorrow when I do it. So remember how a bunch of people, not everybody, but there was quite a few people that really wished that the Layla wrap, when I wore it styled as a vest look, that some people really wished that it could have been longer in the back so it could cover bums. And so I had mentioned that making 2 of them would actually make it a proper vest. And so I'll just show it to you real quick here. And I just put clips on it to temporarily close it up so that you could see, and we can sew it permanently afterwards. But this is 2 wraps joined together so that there is then, oh, and I'm wearing the Camilla cardigan, which I doubt you can see very well because of the lighting. But I can try these on anyway. So this is still the same look in the front, give or take, as it was with doing it with one piece. But instead of being short across the back, now we have a full-sized vest in the back too. So again, we'll talk about this more tomorrow, but I wanted to give you a sneak peek that we'll be talking about this tomorrow, and I'll have the board out tomorrow too, so we can go over the benefits of both shapes and what you can do with each of them. But isn't that great? So now figuring out yardage is super duper simple when you're just making 2. Obviously you're just going to double everything. So however many balls it was of each of the 5 colors, it would then be double that. So I believe it was 2 balls each of 5 colors. So now it would be 4 balls each of 5 colors. And the other thing that we'll do when we can see better tomorrow is talk about which way to place them. Should it be mirrored with both dark colors in the center and then changing color outward? Or should the dark colors be on the outside and then mirrored going into the light colors? Or should it be colors 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so it's just stripes? Like, we'll look at all of those options tomorrow, and that's why I used the clips, because I wanted to be able to do it quickly. I wanted to be able to swap it out quickly to show you all those options, and if I had sewn it, we wouldn't be able to do that. I would have had to commit to one way. If you like the idea of wearing it in multiple ways and multiple color sequences, you could also just temporarily sew it together whenever you wanted to wear it in any of those ways as well. Kind of like we do on the sleeves for the Luxe Fantasy vest. Remember how I temporarily joined the sleeves? Well, we could do that for this back seam as well. And you could also do it for the side seams if you wanted to sew them up. So we'll go over that in a lot more detail tomorrow, but I just want to give you a sneak peek that that's what we will talk about tomorrow. My goodness, the sunset is amazing. What else is I going to talk about? Oh, speaking of color placements then, this was the other one so I started working on a top-down triangle shawl in a variation of the stitch pattern of the petal mitts. And so it's that same embossed flower stitch pattern, but I did it in a top-down triangle in 5 colors. And so here's the next question on something like this. I did colors 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is, I can tell you all the colors in all of these pieces. I didn't realize I was doing so many colorwork things tonight. So this is Be So Luxe yarn. That's colors Flat Out Fabulous, Follow the Yellow Brick Road, Foggy Morning, Aurora Splendor, and Kimono Violet. Then in the Layla wrap, this is Be So Baby yarn in colors Salmon, Gold, Turquoise, Prince, and Indigo. And then in the Camilla cardigan, you can find all of these patterns on my website, and I believe they have videos as well. Yay me. Okay, and so here's the colors of the Camilla cardigan, and this is navy and indigo, periwinkle, prince, and silver lavender. So here's one of, so remember how I was talking about mirroring the colors? That shows you mirroring the color sequence going from light in the center to dark. And then in this one, I showed mirroring the color sequences going from dark in the center outwards to light. And we'll talk more about that tomorrow as well. So then for this shawl, the question is, what are we going to do for this one? Should we just go? Oh, bugs are so bad. Oh, it's going to be tough staying here for all of sunset. They're so bad. They're tiny, microscopic, tiny little boogers, and they're so itchy. Anyway, okay. So then in this one, we colored 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or A, B, C, D, E. So we could either go in the reverse now, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, so that it mirrors itself as you go. Or we could, oh, and also I wanted to point out that on the row in between the color changes, I alternated the two colors every other stitch to give a nice soft edge at the color stripes. So itchy. But what I was thinking is to probably stick with this color sequence and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all the way through this one. But you're welcome to share your opinion about it. You're welcome to look at all of these examples and see which one speaks to you. And on any given project, a different sequence could speak to you. Yeah, there are the no-see-ums, Thea, that's right. Oh my gosh, the sunset. Yeah, they're terrible. They're worse tonight than they've been in a long time, which means I better start thinking of something to do to protect myself when I come down here at sunset. You know, I've been meaning to make a nice bug spray with essential oils. I'd much rather do that than buy the store-bought kind. How pretty is this though? You want to go down to the water's edge? Let's go all the way down and check it out. The water is so calm. The water's calm. The wind is calm. Like, geez, it's just so relaxing. You know, it'd be just about perfect without the bugs. And you know what? Nothing is perfect, so there you go. Oh. Yeah, they're so tiny that you can't see them. They're probably called something else too, but I've always known of these bugs as being called no-see-ums, meaning that you can't see them because they're so tiny. And you can see them, but you can't see them unless you look really close because they are, oh gosh, they're the size of a follicle of hair on your arm, right? I mean, give or take. Yep, it is a weird name, and I'm not sure if it's a real name. It's definitely not a scientific name for the bugs, but it is the slang name that I've always heard them called. But if you're looking at your arm to see why it's stinging, and they are literally the size of a freckle or a hair follicle, like the pore where your hair comes out of. That's how small they are. If I can try to put one up on the camera, I will. But, gee, here's hoping I don't get another one. Marilee, I missed that. What's that say? Yep. Yeah, oh yeah, I feel itchy in my head, everything. Yeah, I'm taking a shower as soon as I get home. I sure hope they don't come through. Oh, you mean they come through screens at a house. I thought you were saying that they would come through the screen on my phone. Different kind of screen. Oh gosh, yeah, they do burn. They burn at first, and then they start itching like a day or two later. Oh, my face too. Sorry to be complaining. They're just so annoying. I know the sunset is so beautiful. My goodness. Could it be any prettier? My goodness. So then I've got another piece that I'm working on here, and this is this one is the pineapple stitch, like from the Marengo pattern, but done in a top-down increasing triangle shawl. Isn't it beautiful? So And then from there, now that I know how to do the double increases in here, I could apply this to a pullover also. Could apply it to a pullover to do raglan shaped yoke, or with those double increases, you could do a square Afghan work from the center out, or if you did 6 repeats, you could do a increase from the center out hexagon Afghan as well. Or instead of a top-down triangular shawl, you could do 3 repeats instead of 2 and do a top-down half hexagon shawl. And these are the things that I want to explain and talk about in the new book so that you have all of these options within patterns and with the bonus material. The problem is that it's so much information that I can't figure out how to do it and do it justice for everybody. Keep it the price right, keep the size right, but keep the information amazing and super valuable. So thanks, Kat. Can you see the bugs at all? Do you see them like flying in front of my face? Yeah, no-see-ums are worse than mosquitoes, definitely. Definitely. It's for one thing because there's more, when they're out, there's more of them, and you definitely get more bites. Oh, there's a family doing a really nice sunset photo shoot. Isn't that sweet? Isn't that adorable? There's always professional photographers down here in the evening doing family portrait photo shoots, or they're down here doing wedding photos or bridal photos. I see professional model shoots down here too. But here at Wiggins Pass at sunset, there's at least one professional photographer photographing somebody every day at sunset. And I see why. It's such a beautiful place. I mean, even look at the lighting. Look at how it's lit up on the trees. Even that's beautiful, right? Even that's beautiful. Oh, I didn't show you all the way around me either. I guess I went down to the water, but you really should see all the way around. There's so much to see here. Okay, so yes, there is on there. I'm losing connection a little bit. And there's to the south of us with Naples. Look at the horizon line. Yeah, maybe bringing the fan next time too. The thing is, you never know when the no-see-ums are going to be out, right? I could bring a fan, but I didn't know I needed one today. Okay, so look at the horizon over there. Can you see how it's starting to turn pink and gold, even far away from where the sun's setting? And then we come to here. My goodness. This is just amazing tonight. Can you tell how incredibly strong the golden glow is? Yeah, the video, I'm having connection issues. No idea why. We do the show at this spot lots and lots of times, so who knows? Yeah, there's zero wind. Zero wind. Yeah, anybody that's having issues, try to refresh. Don't mind me. Yeah, the gold is so strong. Here, I can just turn the camera around and we can just look at the sunset together. I don't need to be on the screen. I can just read, I can still talk and read the comments. Yep, I could bring a fan another time. I'll bring the Inno fan, that portable fan that I reviewed a while back. I love those. The problem is you never know when the bugs are going to be here. Everybody's complaining down here too. Oh wow, Judy's on dual screens. You're seeing a massive sunset then. That's nice. That is just unbelievable. Oh Yeah, if you're enjoying it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up if you can find it. I know it's not always in the same place for everybody. The water is so calm, I know. I think these colors are gorgeous too, though. That glowing peachy coral at the horizon in between the blue of the water and the blue of the sky is really cool to the south of us where there are no clouds. It's not as pronounced to the north of us because it's cloudy, but the water is just so calm. Oh, there are big fish in the water with those people. Can you hear them? Can you hear those people? It's so much fun watching people watching too. I don't blame that little girl. I would have screamed just as loud. Oh, I think they're talking about snook. They're saying there was a black spot. Snook are a silver fish with a long black stripe and one black spot. That's probably what it was. Yeah, those people are in the water. They were just screaming because they saw big fish while they were in there. And I would have screamed too. Yes, the dolphin do come up to people swimming sometimes. Oh, you know what? We need to, I should do this more often too. Look at those colors up here too. How beautiful is the sky as well. My goodness. Yeah, there's a crescent moon in the sky, a real tiny thin crescent moon. I've seen pelicans here tonight. I've seen seagulls here tonight. I'm not sure what else. That's all I've noticed, but you may have noticed other birds too. Yep, the air smells nice. It does smell fresh at the beach. The briny, salty water, I love the way it smells.
Hey, does Kristin have the same number?
Yes, Steffi, this would make a beautiful painting. Oh, I've never done that before, Sandra. She says she likes to feed small fish with frozen peas. Tim couldn't see the moon. Let's see. I will. There. It's just above the big cloud. So like right around. I'll try to get my finger right around there. Right around where my fingernail is. Can you see it now? It's right around there. It's super thin and super pale, but it is there. Yeah, these colors are just spectacular. I cannot believe how gorgeous this is. Wow. Oh, here comes Pelican. Oh, good. You did see it. Great. There's a bunch of birds out there by the boat, too. Well, it's really pale, Marla. I almost didn't see it even sitting here. Oh, pelican did just land in the water over here. Can you see the pelican? Yeah, that's a pelican that just flew by and then landed in the water. Is it warm here tonight? I don't know. I'm guessing it's like 78, something like that. That's what I would guess. I think it's under 80, but just. Well, I'm glad I can bring it to you though, Madnosaurus. I know it would be better to be here, but I sure do like sharing this with all of you. And there's something else. Yes, dinner time for the birds. That's right. I didn't cook yet today either, and so I have no idea what I'm eating for dinner. Does everybody else make their dinner already? Well, we could definitely put these colors together with in Be So Baby yarn. Definitely, we've got 60 colors with Be So Baby. I could definitely pull together this combination, possibly in Be So Luxe yarn too, with 48 colors. I believe I have enough colors to put this together as well. Val made meat pie, yum. I'm hungry, so I think everybody's dinners are gonna sound amazing to me. I'm hungry and I didn't cook, and I have nothing ready to go at home. I have probably stop at the grocery store on the way from here, pick up a bag salad or something. Something simple. Ah, it's breakfast for Madnosaurus. Spaghetti sounds good too, yes. Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. Yeah, these colors are amazing. Thanks, Tim. I can't get over how beautiful this is. Thank you for all the blessings, everybody. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. Thank you, Naomi. Oh, there's another little boat out there, too. Thank you, Irma. Yeah, the sunset is just amazing. It's just getting brighter, too. I realize the reflection is, is diminished, but I think the colors at the horizon are getting more intense. What do you think? Thank you, Sandra. Yeah, the Inno fan would be great for no-seams. I should probably keep a charged one in my trunk at all times, along with my other beach live show equipment, so that I have it whenever this happens. Yeah, you know what, Judy? I'm glad that I turned the camera around too, because I feel like I don't really get to enjoy the sunset nearly as much when I'm looking at the camera, because then it's to my back. So turning the camera around and chatting with you and reading the comments, but all of us getting to look at the water is exciting. Or it's more relaxing for me too. So I'm glad we're doing this together. Yeah, Marilee says this is one of her favorite sunsets. I know it's hard to pick them, isn't it? Do you remember being here one time when we stayed past sunset? Oh, look at that pelican right in front of us. That is so cool. Yeah, everything's turning gold now. This is just incredible. But you remember that time I rode my bike to the beach and I stayed past sunset for twilight because the sky lit up pink and purple and I wanted to see the twilight, and I'm having to ride my bike home in the dark. I really do want to spend more time at the beach at twilight past sunset because I love the way the sky lights up, but it just is so creepy to be being out past sunset though. Or like I would have to walk back through the mangroves here in pitch dark, which scares me, or ride my bike home in the dark, which is dangerous. So I gotta figure out a solution for that. Oh yeah, I just need to buy a house on the beach and then we can do sunset and twilight every day. No big deal, right? That's a great idea, right? That's the other thing, Maribel. Yes, if I was here with somebody, I would absolutely stay into twilight. Yes, so Marlon and Jess are a friend. Yes, I would spend way more, I would stay longer with a buddy for sure. I think everybody's safer with a buddy. Oh my gosh, look at the sky though. Look at the clouds are starting to light up. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, look at the pterodactyl tracks. Over this way. Come on, CJ.
Yep, so there goes the sun, but my goodness, look at that sky. Here, and let's look at the whole thing still. It's so interesting to see how it differs to the sides of the sun and with clouds and without. And then this is lighting up too. Oh, there's another area lighting up. This is another interesting part. Once the sun goes down, the clouds opposite over there, they start lighting up too. So those clouds will definitely start to get brighter now, and they'll turn pink and purple. Oh, do you hear that horn? One of the boats honk their horn to celebrate sunset. Oh, look at these colors, my goodness. And the bugs are just as bad, if not worse. Yay! Oh my goodness, just amazing. I mean, we've been here for what now, 35, 40 minutes. It was amazing when the sun was high and we had that major golden reflection on the water. It was amazing when the sun started setting and the sky started glowing more. And then when the sun set, and but now that the sun has set and the clouds are lighting up, like look at this over here again. Look at, see how much brighter those are getting? They're pink. Those are pink. And then these are gold. And then look at the gradient in the sky over there. There it's doing like a lavender, gray, purple gradient up to pink between the water and the sky. Like, it's like, I know this is the spot we're all talking about, but it's so important to me to show you guys all the way around because the sky just keeps changing now. Look at this. Look at, this just keeps growing. And that one's lighting up. Wow. All right, so it looks like I survived the bugs. They didn't eat me completely. I'm still existing here. But my goodness, so many amazing things to see down here tonight. We saw all the birds. We saw, did we see anything in the water? Oh, just birds. We saw boats in the water though too. And saw some of the most magnificent colors of the sunset. And we got to see so many different variations of sunset colors. Like, we saw several palettes tonight, wouldn't you say? This was amazing, and to just watch all of that transformation, I don't know, it's so overwhelming to me sometimes. Nature just fills my heart with so much joy. It makes me want to cry sometimes. I get so overwhelmed by this kind of natural beauty. I hope you enjoyed it too. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me. I hope you enjoyed the sunset, my show and tells, chatting with me and everyone else. Don't forget, if you have some feedback on the different options that I was sharing about Book 21 that I am working on right now, I'd love to hear your thoughts. So if you want to leave your thoughts about that in the comments when this video is no longer live and your comments will stay permanent, that would be great. And anyway, let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a wonderful evening, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow in the morning for the next episode of the Kristin Omdahl Show. Bye, everybody. Have a